One of the moves we've been playing with a little bit is against a stab to the stomach, hollowing my body out and meeting this with this. Now in our play, this has to land right. Otherwise, if I land up high, there's a good chance I'll still get stabbed, especially if it's a longer knife. But when I'm smashing this into the wrist, I can promise you if I'm using something like this, it's gonna have an effect on that wrist, and it could very much be catastrophic. And if you don't believe me, get a cane like this from Master Ziggy and bang your wrist or forearm with it as hard as you would be stabbing, and you will see that it will definitely cause pain and likely cause injury in the form of a broken bone, okay? So I smash that into there, causing a collision. Now, some of the times if we were pushing in, we would trap that up for a minute. If he came in and pulled back and stabbed again, there's a good chance I would get hit. I would take stabs. But nothing is perfect. This is the problem. We measure things by a perfection that is completely unrealistic. So I'm not gonna touch Keith on this, but if I go here and I move back and hit, there's a good chance I might not get stabbed, okay? If I go here and drive his hand in, there's a good chance I might get that off, depending if he's really committed to that stab or not. But there's also a good chance that I'll go here and then he'll pull back and stab me again. It's not gonna be perfect, okay? But we've played with it a lot, okay? The other thing is, I can go here like an X block and wrap this up or get that grip on here at the same time and get this hit. This grip doesn't last, but if I'm taking his mind off of this by smashing a chunk of hickory into his face, it's got a really good chance of working, okay? And let me fucking tell you, for those of you who talk about the X block being bullshit, I've played with it a lot on committed stabs, and it has its place, but it has to be a very dynamic and moving X block. So here, right? Here, but he's gonna be pistoning that knife, right? So here, 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 okay? The first one here is gonna, see, even that little tap has an effect, right? Here, Keith, take that. So hickory or a steel cane, if I'm coming in here hard, yeah, hollow your body out at the same time, boom. That is a very decent first move, right? If I'm coming, boom, boom. I know that my forearm is not stronger than this. If he hits my wrist, I know my wrist is not stronger than that. So it has its place, again, nothing is perfect. And that's the problem. People expect perfection. And then when it isn't perfect, they go, it's not gonna work. But that's not the way violence works. Nothing is perfect in violence. Everything is chaos. And things work when they work, and they fail when they fail. There is no perfect solution for real violence. There's only possibility. And this is a very good possibility. I've played with it a lot. I'm gonna play with it again tonight in my combatives class, and I will do a follow-up with this. But I believe it is a very, very good tactic. And the other thing is, by practicing this move, I can actually, if he throws a keep, I can do that. If he throws a kick to my groin, I can move back and meet that. This move is a good primary defense for low attacks.
So here I am working it with some of my students. Now, sometimes the attack is a one attack. There's no follow-up, which is very unrealistic. Like here, Keith is not following up. That makes it easy for me to do that two-hand block and follow up to the head. When my students were pistoning the knife and trying to follow up with stabs to the stomach, I had to separate my hands from the stick. I had to do a two-hand grab. And that is something that I think is important to know. There I got stabbed, but I also trapped his hand. So things aren't always perfect. And you can see Angela is very furiously hitting me with that stick. There was another trap. This block and hard initial attack to the head may not knock someone out, but it can interrupt their aggression and take away their focus on attacking me in that moment. So this can work, this can be effective, but there's no absolutes. And if you're looking for absolutes, don't bother training self-defense or martial arts because they just don't exist. But what you want to find are high percentage techniques. And with good timing and good footwork, this technique can be, in my opinion.
If you like content like this and you want something with a little deeper focus on cane fighting, blunt impact weapons, edged weapons, and things like the Medusa edged weapon system, then please support my Patreon. It helps me with the channel, helps me with my gym, and it's just a fun way to get to know people and to spread information that I think is very valuable about self-defense and martial arts. Thank you.